everyone, and welcome back. I'm your host today, Mr. Mobile, and today we've got another tutorial, on how to make portals, but the portals look a wee bit more realistic rather than just using teleporters. But we will be using teleporters, but we're going to give them a bit more detail, if you know what I mean. And that's probably why you've clicked on this tutorial on how to get that detail. So I was working on my prison map and I added a wee secret cave here with a parkour stage in it. You can check it out once the map is done, but this is then where the portal is going to be. Now I'm going to fix the portal shape later on because I'm not too happy with it, but this here is where the portal is going to be at. You're going to walk slightly in here and then you'll teleport to the other location, and in here it'll look like the place on the other location as well. So the other location is right here, this big rocky thing, and the portal would be inside of here. Now this here is what you would see through the portal. So you're probably going to want, first off, to go to galleries, go to particles, and move that. Go to spooky and grab this here particle. And once you've grabbed that, go to prefabs and also search up upper like I had. That'll bring up agency upper level. Go quite far down and you will find yourself this block here. This will give you a water source. You have seen me use this a lot in my tutorials, and you're once again going to see it once more. So let's go back to this lava section, and as I said, this is where the portal is going to be. So we're going to want to fill up this here area. Try and get it to be like a circular shape here, because that's going to help you out quite a bit. So yeah, there we go. There's somewhat of a circular shape here. Going to have to make it look like this through it, or probably something like that, yeah. So we're going to have to try and get that crack and then sky in the back of the crack, and then some of this ground as well. So first off, let's go ahead and grab a bit of this ground. Now we don't really need to add this ground in this one because the ground's already that. We gotta make it like have a wee lift up, so we do, and try and make it the same shape as it is actually through the portal. Now this is where your sculpting skills would come into, and we're just going to remove that one and replace it with another one of these. Now these may stick outside a wee bit, but you can fix that after. So there's what the floor kind of looks like when you go through. Now we need the crack, and you're going to have to use something that looks a bit like sky. Here I've made something look a wee bit like the sky. Don't worry, it's going to look perfect once we finish. What I've got is I've actually grabbed two different sets of water. I'll drag it out here so you can see. So I've got the agency water here, and I've got another type of water here which you can go to galleries, shapes apparently it's in shapes, and it'll be at the very bottom, elemental cubes gallery, and it is this one right here. Now you might be able to use these other ones. I haven't used this one before. You would probably use this one as nighttime, but since it's not nighttime, we're not going to use it. Now the next thing is that we're going to have to get these guys, and of course they're extremely big there, but this is all about optical illusions, guys. We are going to basically learn how to make the eye think that it is through the portal. So we need to go and check the shape out and try and remember the shape as well, and you're going to want to stand where it is just so you can see what the shape is. So it's kind of a straight line here and then a line that curves back in, and then we're going to go back and then make that here. Once we've done that, well, and that's really it. So we're going to place this here, and then we're going to turn it around so then it's on the other side, and then we're going to get another angle here and put it like that to the thing. Then we're just going to turn these ones upside down, and we're going to place them on the roof so it looks like the same texture as through the portal. Now as you may see, that actually looks kind of far away, and the water's kind of not doing it anymore. But if you remove that, you see you can't really see the white light. If you remove that, then it kind of looks fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the agency water, and we're going to continue on placing these all the way around. Now when you're getting closer to the end here, try and start placing them a wee bit downwards, but make sure that you know that they're still not going to be right lined up at the end there. So keep doing that all the way around, just like so. Now if you're doing buildings, it might be a wee bit harder. You might want to maybe try and use the like little buildings from the haunted prop gallery, I think they're in. I know there's like little house things. But yeah, there we go, there is that. Now then you're going to want to either add the agency water, which I'll show you what that looks like right now. But when you're doing it with the agency water, try and make it as thin, or oops, the height, yeah that's what it is, the height. Try and make it as thin as possible, and then place it in the area so you can somewhat see through it. So yeah, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, that you can see it through it, and you could tell that that's it. And as you can see, we can see through the portal. There's the thing there, and since it's got the waviness, it actually looks like a portal. You walk through, it looks like it. Now we're going to have another piece of this on the other side, which we're going to do now. So when you go through the portal, it will actually look like you're still going through the portal, you know. So let's go back, and now we need to make the lava room. Now the thing about the lava room is that it is a lot more bigger than the little room. Let me remove that, I don't know why that's there. So as you see, this is what we see through it, and that is a lot to place behind it. And as you can see on my map, the portal's about here, so if I place all of that, it's going to overlap. Now as I said before, you can shrink the stuff, right? But we're not going to actually make all of this, because it's not going to be visible. All of it's not going to be visible, guys. So we've just changed this back down to its normal size. It's a wee piece from the lava set or whatever it's called. And then we're going to go back here, and here's where the portal starts. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this as small as possible, and we're going to start placing in there. Now I'm going to move you out of the way, teleporter, so I can start placing my stuff. Oops. Now when you start placing these, make sure that they're like roughly the same angle as it is through the other side. So like I've got a roof made out of these, and that's what we're going to try and do now. Try and make a roof out of them, even though it doesn't really want me to turn it that way. But let's even get rid of these bits, because they are not a very good shape. And we're going to just flip this over, kind of like that. Now as I said, it is definitely not the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to select both of them, and we're going to turn them up a wee bit like that. As you see, it is going down slightly. That is on purpose. Now we're going to go back, and once again we're going to grab, I don't even know where I am. Okay, so we're back here. We're going to want to grab one of this, and I'm so stupid, the floor in here is also made out of that. Oh well, but yeah, we're actually not going to need it, I suppose then. Let's just place it there, because there is a wee bit of it through the portal. So we've placed the bit of this here, so it'll give it a bit of height. And then we're going to place this a wee bit more, so it has a bit of a curve. So next we're going to then grab the lava, and we're going to shrink it for a start, and then shrink it even more. That's as small as we can get it. That might do. It's actually just a wee bit too small. Awesome. Okay, so then let's just place that there. But don't place it too high up, because it might look a wee bit weird through the portal if you have it a wee bit too high. Yeah, but then we're going to have it like that, and like that, and then we're going to have another piece of this at the very end, like that. Then we're going to grab this desert looking stuff, we're going to shrink it down as well, and we're going to place it at the back here. So if we were to turn it around a wee bit, and then just place it ever so slightly around there. So if we look over here, then it looks like it's over there. So this is as small as we can get this wee thing, right? So instead of using this, we're going to actually use it. Whoops. So we're going to turn it around then on the other side here. Place it like that. That makes it slightly noticeable then on the other side. But also makes it look very tiny. And you know, they don't need to be in the same order as you place them in the thing either. Okay, so now let's just tidy this here area up. Okay, so there is all tidied up now, and this is really all you can see through the portal. So as I said about this smoke here, you could just put the smoke down if you really want to, but try and make it as thin as possible, smoke. Actually, you could literally just shrink the thing down because it is pretty small, the portal already. So there we go. Now we've got that, we can turn it around eventually. There we go. Okay, so now we've got that, and it kind of looks like clouds. So if you were wanting to do something that look a bit more like clouds on the other side, place this down. But anyway, enable during all phases will be all, but color smoke, we're going to put it to red orange. And we're going to put, is it 2? Okay, yeah, you know what, that might look alright. Let's just put this. Okay, so I have placed it down here, slightly in front. See that white area that's appearing, like flashing, like disappearing and reappearing? That is like as much as you're going to want on it, you see? You could put the whole thing sticking out if you want to. It's not going to make much of a difference, but as you see, it adds like kind of a red gaze to the portal, and that just means it's kind of a hot area. And then now we just got to do the triggers. So I'm going to set the triggers up, and then I'll see when I've done that. Okay, so here we go. I've got the triggers set up to the portals. Now what I changed in the portals was the teleporter group and teleporter target group are both now set to none. And then this one is set to 148, and this one is set to channel 149. This teleporter is also set to teleport to when receiving from 149, and this one is set to teleport to when receiving from 148. Now this one here, you're going to want to grab it and bring it down here to the volcano looking area, or wherever area you're making it. Now here's actually everything I changed as well. Visibility to no, trigger VFX and sound both disabled, because I hate it when you go through somewhere and it's like Pachoo! It's kind of annoying to me. But yeah, so you're going to want to enlarge this, so no matter where the player goes through the portal, they're always going to get teleported. And don't be placing this like outside like that, because then they'll get teleported even before they get through the portal. Instead, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place it slightly in the portal, slightly outside the portal, so you can see that I have got it set up in the portal, but we're going to move it a wee bit in so there's actually none. And then what we're going to do then is grab the portal that is set up to 149, isn't it? Yeah. And we're going to put it right outside the portal here, but not just yet, because we need to also grab this trigger, drag it like that, enlarge it, and put it as well inside this portal. Let's try and get it at the right angle, as I said. Make sure that they are definitely at the right angle. But yeah, place this so it is just behind the water, as said before. We're going to place this one a wee bit further in though. Then what we're going to do is we're going to place this right here. Just make sure that your character doesn't touch the teleporter, or not teleport, the trigger. And then we're going to grab this teleporter up here, and we're going to place it just outside here. So now let's start the game. Walk on through, and it still puts us behind that, but it doesn't really make us jump in the air. This one still needs a wee bit of work, but this one here is a lot better. and that is pretty cool. But yeah guys, that's how you make a more realistic looking portal, and it's pretty cool. Just learn how to do optical illusions and you're all good to go. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work on this here map and get all the other stuff done, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.